Alright, well, I went ahead and matte coated my Enterprise. I don't know if I got any real detailed photos of my Enterprise. When I built it, I wasn't exactly experienced in building you know, any of the Enterprise ships at all, so I got some of the decals a little wrong, but at the time I was just impressed that I got them on and they didn't tear or rip or anything. Let's see if I can get the camera up here and as you can see, I put the matte coat on. It dulled it up quite nicely. The shine is not nearly as bad, and it looks a lot more, I'd say probably accurate. Some of the inconsistencies that I had with the decals was this here. I put that whole decal on up too far. There. I messed this decal up there when I was putting it on. I had to actually repair it. I don't know how much of that you can see. But, you know, it was a kind of a work in progress type of thing. This decal itself is a little off center there. You can see the center, and it's a little off kilter. So, you know, this Enterprise is not, you know, perfect. When I did the build, I had a lot of problems with the underneath of the saucer. I sanded that a bunch of times. There's a lot of sanding marks on there. I can't really see them there. There's that seam there. I didn't fill that at the time. But I'm not worried about it. I like the way it looks. It looks good on display. So, my deflector array is a little awry. So, overall she looks pretty good. I built this a while back, and just thought I'd matte coat it. It sealed the decals down a little bit more. They look nicely now that it's on there. It'll probably dry up a little bit more, but probably not that much. You know, I covered the clear parts here. So there's just some detailed shots of the ship itself and everything. This I built a while back. I have another one. I'd like to build that. I'd like to do it again. You know, see how it would come out. They're probably pretty similar. Maybe I might build it in the other configuration, or give it away as a gift. Kind of depends what actually I would do with it. But I like the way this Enterprise came out. I think it looks really pretty neat for my liking. I'd like to do a bit better job and light something and get it really complicated, but this was kind of my first attempt at the Enterprise. So there's the Enterprise on a base, and I threw a matte coat on it. Let's see, take this, put this over there. I was thinking, let's get this guy up here. This is my NX-01 that I had made. This is the NX-01. I did a build on this a while back. This actually has, you know, dull coat kind of paints on it. Not, you know, like not a glossy paint. But I was thinking of maybe matte coating this, but I was also kind of thinking of clearing it first and then matte coating it. But I don't want to overall do any damage to it. I want it to remain its integrity of how it looks. It took me a long time to do this. I did all the Aztecing by hand. I cut out individual pieces of tape. Did a 2-stage paint job and painted this. It's also the bottom side. Oh, that's the base. The bottom side also has the Aztecing in the bottom isn't extensive. I didn't go crazy. And one of the pylons, I think I got wet. I spilled some thinner, so they get a little smudged in there somewhere. But for the most part, stayed together. I got the seam up there I don't care for. Another ship I would have loved to have lit, but did not. So I was thinking of maybe, also like there's other like little small issues with this. Like I think if you notice the pylons, I never, attached permanently. I mean the engines. So that's an issue that I might want to fix. But it would make it easier to when I would clear it. I think that I could clear this and then matte coat it, and it might come out a bit better. But again, I'm a little leery of it. So this is my NX-01, and might play with that a little bit. It's the Enterprise C there in the back. Still haven't really done much to that, just because I worked on the Enterprise and kind of was pulling these guys off the shelf. One other thing I just want to throw in there quick, as I mentioned, I threw up a comment on my page, is that I'm going to be, I'm looking to acquire a website. My website's name, the domain name will be Model Planet Designs, and that's going to basically just kind of put it together as I go and kind of feature different things about my model builds and the videos I make. And since YouTube is changing, I thought I'd take this kind of venture and run with it. So we'll see how that goes. Look for that in the coming future. I'll probably put up some links and stuff to it, and I hope to make it interesting. I probably will. It's not business based so far. It's just more of information for my models, my model builds, and that sort of thing. So look for that, and in the meantime, I'll be working on these guys that I pulled off the shelf and the Enterprise C.